Plaintiff Antoinette Wills has a son with a defendant, but she claims he was an abusive drug addict who abandoned her and their child. Antoinette is suing her ex today for child support. Defendant William Foster admits he was a crack-addicted deadbeat father, but he says he's been sober for 8 months and is trying to turn his life around. William is countersuing for emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
And let's start with you, ma'am.
Me and Mr. Foster dated briefly in high school. We reconnected about 20 years later. We met at a metro station.
Where? Metro station? What city?
Washington, D.C.
Oh, they been doing everything at that metro station.
Which one?
Oh, now I know that's why y'all got a baby. Y'all did that metro, doc. I've been to the metro in D.C. They doing some of everything. All right. So go ahead. You all live in D.C.? D.C. proper?
I live in Maryland now, but I was born and raised in D.C.
Maryland? What part of Maryland?
High school. Greenbelt.
How far is that from Prince George?
That is Prince George's County.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Guess who's a prosecutor in Prince George County?
Oh, who that is? Let me write that down.
Jade Mathis. My oldest daughter. You don't need to clap because you here for child support.
Exactly. He probably seen her before.
He gonna see her again if he owes this money.
Oh, wow.
That's right. She'll be on your doorstep with the marshals or whoever they bring with you. Or with Doyle. I'm gonna send Doyle with my daughter.
Oh, my goodness. Pick him up.
You definitely get away then. I'm just kidding. Okay, so you all reunited. What year was that?
2006, around
Okay.
2006.
And how did it go from there? You all resumed dating?
Yeah, we reconnected. We got together fast. It was fast. I had a job, so I thought that was a plus. But it was the worst decision ever.
Why was it the worst decision ever?
Oh,
How long did you all date? From 06 until when?
So 2010, about 4 years.
All right. How did things go?
Things didn't go that well. I mean, once my son was born in 2007, William moved in with me. We lived together, for a certain amount of time. Around 2010, things got bad. It kind of went downhill. Things were a little physical and verbally abusive.
That's when you all said enough is enough and you all broke up?
Yes, we did. And at that time, Mr. Foster decided that's when he wanted to go into treatment. Because back then he was running the streets, and doing what he did, unbeknownst to me. So then in 2010, he decided he wanted to go into drug treatment. And we, parted ways.
Please tell me it wasn't crack. Well, nobody else using crack in 2010. You was the holdout, huh? You were the last holdout. Yeah, well, you were the last one. Everybody else is on heroin or pills or crystal meth. You still on crack? Lord have mercy. Nonetheless, child support she's suing you for. I'll allow you to give me some background on your relationship.
yes. How you doing, Judge Mathis? I am an avid fan of yours. I come here today and to let you know everything she said was true. I was definitely a deadbeat father. I was stricken with a drug addiction during the 90s, during the 2000s, during the time when me and Ann met. I was clean and sober. I had 2 and 3 years at a time clean, and I relapsed. Today, I'm in recovery. Today, I'm trying. I went back to school at the age of 50 to accomplish and finish my high school diploma, which I failed twice trying to do. Mm-hmm. So after that, I'm enrolled in IC3 for computers. It's like a 2-month certification before I go to college.
How long you been sober now?
8 months, Your Honor.
Okay, and how long? You say you've gone 3 or 4 years at a time from time to time?
Yes, sir. I would get 2 years here. I would get 3 years here. I would get a year and a half. I would go through the NA meetings, getting a sponsor, but I rail to the side and relapse, stop going to meetings and everything to start going up in my head and close and isolate. So today I have a sponsor. I go to group therapy, which anger management, relapse prevention, life skills, parenting skills. So today I have a therapist and I have a sponsor.
Good.
So I'm 8 months clean, Your Honor.
And do you believe, and you can tell folks that NA is essential to recovery, that you go to those meetings? That's really the only way you can kick it?
Yes, Your Honor. Antoinette is telling the truth about I've been a deadbeat father, but at the same time, I was trying to also be in my son's life also. She's not telling you that side. It's more to it.
All right, and we're glad that you're getting treatment, glad that you're admitting. Sounds like you're on a great road to continue in recovery. Ma'am, let me hear from you regarding him being in your son's life.
From 2010 to 2016, William was absent, abandoned. He didn't know if we was living or dying. He didn't know if Tayshawn was living on the street. Between 2016 and 19, I can count on one hand where William has seen Tayshawn, never called on a birthday, never anything. Had my phone number.
So she says you haven't been involved at all, maybe on rare occasions. Come on. I remember we just talked about being honest. Tell me.
She seems to have her dates all twisted. Miss Antoinette right here is a very highly intelligent. I was in love with this young lady. And for her to not to remember that when I was trying to reach out to her about my son, I got married, Your Honor. I was supposed to marry her back in 2009. We went to the Justice of Peace and everything. But when I broke up with her, she had
me.
She say not me. She say you talking about something else.
You know what, Judge? We did go for the paper and we never went through. Thank you, Jesus.
Listen,
that's what happened to me.
Your Honor, listen to me, Judge Mathis.
Yes, sir.
When I hooked up with her, I already had 5 kids. Your Honor, I had 5 kids. She knew this. You know what I'm saying? So for her to come on this show and act like she didn't know about me, she knew about this. So, Your Honor,
she didn't say she didn't know. She said she disputed you saying that you were in your son's life and very involved. She said it's been a rare occasion.
Let me say this. When we broke up in 2010, and I didn't see my son 2011, I started another relationship. I got married. Once I got married, she made it hard for me to see my son. She didn't want me to allow me to bring my son over my house, who I had an apartment with my wife at the time. Up to 2016, when I broke up with my wife and left her, moved over my sister's house, she started bringing him over my sister's house, Your Honor, and I was seeing him. So for her to say I wasn't in action, that's a lie. Her memory is not there. So I can remember the time when I had him in the summer times. He was coming to see me. I was taking him to Smithsonian. I had 5 other kids. So he was coming over my sister's house. She would drive and drop him over there, Your Honor. So
you don't remember any of that, ma'am?
So he saw Tayshawn maybe once or twice in 2016 and 17. If you can look at the pages 14 to 18 in 2017, those are text messages where he first was actually in Tayshawn's life.
Judge Mathis, she would not allow me. She carried me as in like she had resentment, like I abandoned her. She didn't allow me to see my son no more.
At that time, Tayshawn has autism. He has anxiety. He has sleeping disorders. So at that time, Tayshawn was, 3? He was too young and going through stuff. And I expressed that to William. I said, if you're not going to be consistent, you cannot see him because he is not ready to, you haven't been in his life all this time. He has emotional issues. He has things going on, but he did not see him regularly.
Okay.
And actually,
you know what? I just heard you say you made your own judgment as to when he can see him. Okay, since you're in and out of life, I'm not going to let you see him now. I'll let you see him now. You made your own determination by your own statement right there. Also, what you directed me to read is something that establishes that he certainly had a relationship with his son. Can you watch Tayshaun this weekend? Yeah, right. Done deal. Send him on. Then I see him complaining about how you are denying it. You handed me this. Scornful mothers are when it's pertaining to the children's relationship with their dad. He's complaining about how you are causing problems in the relationship with him and his son, ma'am. I just read that. I read it when you sent it to me. I read it. Anything you want me to see, sir? Ma'am, I read it for myself. I read well.
Yes, Judge Mathis, I'm being honest. I have on page 14 to 28 these text messages, the verbal abuse I've been taking with her, and she, with her mouth, Your Honor, she's a little lady, but her mouth is vicious. She says some stuff to me, cursing. I'm trying to get along with her. So all this volatile and this discrepancy of misunderstanding and how she talked to me, I would not go for that. I don't talk to her like that.
You say you owe $5,000, sir. Do you owe $5,000 or not?
No, what, Your Honor? I do not owe $5,000.
Why?
I was in my
Look
son's
at page 10 and 11.
I got
Emotion,
because she emotional stressed me
Man, you
out.
put emotional stress on this woman and this son. You sound crazy talking about somebody getting emotional distress the way you did her and this boy. Now, I'm trying to just give you the benefit of you reconnecting and wanting to do the right thing. I see evidence that you've done that. So just leave that old emotional distress junk that you looking for alone. Yeah, she gonna ride you. She gonna ride you forever. You shouldn't have died. You shouldn't have died. You shouldn't have whatever. But she gonna ride you forever, doctor. Get used to it. And I love it, quite frankly. Make him pay. Call him every day, darling. And just talk crazy to him all you want to. He shouldn't have been like he was. Talking about you a deadbeat. Now you got to pay the cost for being a deadbeat with the boss. The boss ain't playing that. So you got to pay the cost. $5,000 is her judgment. You get nothing for emotional distress. Call him every day. Have a good day. Judgment for
No matter what we go through, can we find an understanding we will have a relationship as co-parenting with my son? My life is no life without him. I want to be a part of him. He's 13. I want to be a part of him. But at the same time, I want to be able to communicate with you.
I have let you see him.
Okay.
So
yes, you have.
And I will appreciate if you will be in his life consistent.
Okay.